This guy, presidential bust. That's the best bust. Hey guys, Kieran here. I'm back with another episode of Let's Play Desperate Housewives, the game. And yeah, we're here. And we still got this to do, and we've got all these to do. Like, we have so many things. So I'm going to quickly see to my needs and then head over to Bree's house just before 7. We need to stand by the TV for like 20 seconds. Good. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Come on. Haha! We're here early. See, there's a cutscene. Ooh. So this one's getting back to normal, I guess. It's just, I guess we'd just make it through the list. There's Bree over there.
Hello. Can I help you?
Hi Bree, how are you holding up, given all of the recent events?
And by that, I assume you mean the brutal murder of Daniel Fox in our own neighborhood.
Yes, that's what I meant. Well, that's one way of putting it. Well, yes.
Well, to be honest, his death caused me to examine certain aspects of my own life. So I immediately went out and bought another shotgun.
Right, okay.
That said, I think there really is more going on here than meets the eye. I simply don't believe it was a random act of violence.
Our friend and neighbour is dead, Bree. Isn't that enough reason to grieve? Did you hear something? Just because you weren't close to him doesn't mean we should start dissecting his personal life. Did you hear something?
Oh, come now.
Oh.
Are you telling me you're not the least bit curious
What?
about how it all transpired?
Well, yes, actually, but whatever.
Was he pumped for information? Did he have something they wanted? Oh, perhaps he even owed them money that was borrowed to support some reprehensible drug habit.
You seem like you're more interested in getting details about his death than you are coping with the loss, Bree. Bree, wasn't it your idea to have this bereavement party? For the record, you're not coming across as the most compassionate person at the moment, Bree.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's quite unfortunate Daniel had to pass in the manner he did. But at the same time, can you honestly tell me you're not even the slightest bit curious as to just what went on in that house? I mean, for heaven's sake, why would Daniel, of all people, have need for a gun? Makes you wonder about what else was going on in the Fox house.
Stop wondering and get back to reality. Or, come on, Bree. I know just what you need.
What I need?
I'm sure you think that it doesn't bother you, but trust me, Daniel's murder will affect you. It might be in ways you're not even aware. Like a ghost. What? We all have different ways of mourning a loss of a friend. You have to understand, when Daniel died, he left a gap in our lives that will take a long time to heal. Middle one.
I don't suppose I ever looked at it that way. But in all fairness, you have to admit we are in the midst of a very strange situation here.
It's a very strange situation, but we're here to help each other through it. I was just trying to help, Bree. I never meant to hurt your feelings. Yeah, it is a strange. Bye. There we go. She's off the list. Guess we'll go to Edie now.
So, you're here too, huh?
Are you kidding? Like I'd pass up a chance to have one of Bree's 4-course gourmet meals. Of course, a dear friend is gone. How could I not come? Poor Edie. Did Daniel's death really hit you that hard? Obviously, we got to get on her level. I don't know. 4-course meal?
To be honest, Bree's cooking was the deciding factor for me. But I prefer to look at it like this. He came, he sewed, he croaked. In that order.
Right.
It's also morbid. I think it's high time the rest of us get back to living it up.
You're right, Edie. It has been one whole day since Daniel was killed. We should really get a move on. Wouldn't want to miss out on that episode of Secret Screams or anything important like that. That's one way of looking at it. Yeah, we all need to move on in one way or another.
There's a whole world of things we could be doing right now instead of sitting around crying into our drinks.
Like what? What did you have in mind? I'd prefer my friends deal with this tragedies. I'd prefer to help my friends deal with this tragedy. Some of us are taking pity. It pretty hard, Edie. Yeah, what do you have in mind?
Personally, I think we should forget the grieving process and try to get to the bottom of Daniel's murder.
Exactly, actually.
If you ask me, I think that brother of his is to blame. He's always acting so weird.
Maybe not.
Mind you, he's not Zach Young weird, but give him some time, and they'll be fighting for the Wisteria Lane weirdo crown.
Wisteria Lane weirdo crown? That's easily the most... sign in... What is that word? Hang on.
Asinine.
Asinine? I've never heard of that. Extremely stupid or foolish. What? I have never heard of that word. I guess it's an Americanism. Or something. Yeah, the most asinine thing I've ever heard all week. And believe me, living on this street, I hear some really incredibly stupid things. Edie, that's very rude thing to say. Believe me when I say you don't have a clue as to what's going on in that case.
Oh, please, you don't know any more than I do.
I do, I've been investigating it in my own time.
I'll bet Frank's the kind of sicko that actually enjoys playing Little Mr. Innocent, while everyone else is running around town looking for the real killers. Whatever.
There's just no reasoning with you, is there? Alright, that's it.
Hey!
This is destroying Frank. The people that killed Daniel were actually looking for him.
Well, I just... Well, you should have said that in the first place.
I have nothing more to say to you. Edie, sometimes you can be a callous, ignorant bench. And in case you're too ignorant to know any better, this is one of those times. You know what? I think you've said more than enough. Yeah. Bye. Bye-bye. Talk to Gabrielle. What at the party? Yeah, you got to listen to how she feels and then decide. It's all looks like we have to decide whether to slap or hug him.
What's up?
Not too much. How about you? How are you holding up?
What do you mean when you say holding up?
What? I was just trying to be nice. This is a difficult time for all of us. I just wanted to make sure you're holding up. That's alright. Oh.
There isn't anything really bothering me about it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Oh. I'm sorry, but I don't know if I believe you. You're going to try harder than that. You're going to have to try harder than that, Gabrielle. For starters, you can tell me what makes you think you need to keep things from me. Yeah.
You know, I get enough people asking me how I feel these days. Do us both a favor and don't add your name to the list.
Why don't you talk and I listen? If we don't talk about it, how am I going to help? You and Daniel had a lot in common, didn't you? Why don't you talk and I listen?
Daniel was just a neighbor. People come and go. Usually they just move. This time it was just a little more, exciting than usual.
And how does his passing make you feel? Did anyone ever tell you that you can be a cold bench sometimes, Gabby? From what I could tell, the two of you had a real connection in fashion. Yeah, cold bench.
Well, I'll say one thing. He was the only person around here with any taste. I'll definitely miss that.
Right? Excuse me? What else?
No offense, of course.
Why would I possibly be offended? You only said I have awful taste. Of course. Yeah.
Okay, good. It's just that Carlos says that I don't think before I speak. But he can be such an idiot sometimes. But yeah, I'll miss him. And the collection of samples he kept in the basement. I wonder if he left them to me in his will. Without him, I'll never be able to start that clothing line we talked about. I was going to be the face, and he was going to be the brains. Not that I couldn't do it all myself, of course.
Well, fashion isn't everything, Gabby. I'm sure you have other fond memories of him, don't you? Yes, that is unfortunate. We all had a connection with Daniel. He was a very likable person. A clothing line, right? Yeah, middle.
I had a friend of mine draw up a business plan, and I took some new pictures for the cover of the catalog.
So, what else do you remember about Daniel? He's the one we're here for. That's great. It sounds like the two of you had big plans, but what are you planning to do for yourself now? Yeah, so what else do you remember?
I certainly can't go into business on my own. Where am I going to find another premier fashion designer in this town? Now that he's gone, I have to find something else to do with my spare time. If I'm not careful, I'll be scouting out the high school football team again. Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Yes. We all have our coping mechanisms, but don't feel as though you have to use materialism as a crutch, Gabrielle. What?
Ow! What's with you?
She said ow before I slapped her. Daniel was more than just a means to fame and fortune. He was a friend. Do us all a favor and keep your self-absorption under control just for one day, would you? He was a human being, Gabrielle. Try to remember that.
Listen, Miss Thing. You're in no position to judge.
Who's judging? I'm not judging. I'm helping. Yeah, who's judging?
Right.
Right.
Well, thanks.
Bye. Right.
Hi.
Hi. Lynette, how are you doing? Hey, Lynette. Sorry we haven't had a chance to catch up. Bree sort of made me the unofficial therapist for tonight's festivities.
Considering what happened to Daniel, it's amazing I'm here at all. Tom had to talk me down from buying a house in one of those godforsaken gated communities.
All I'm thinking about is poor Daniel. He was a good friend and was so good to us. I know! If I didn't love Wisteria Lane and all you girls so much, I would do the same thing. You're perfectly justified feeling that way, Lynette. Sometimes just talking about it with someone else is beneficial.
Well, Bree said we should bring it all out into the open, which is so unlike Bree. She's usually so uptight. To be honest, Tom and I are convinced she doesn't even go to the bathroom. Can you believe something so horrible happened on our street? Okay, let's talk about how foolish we were to think we were safe living in this bubble. I mean, truth is, there's no such thing as being absolutely safe. It's really scary. I have 4 beautiful, albeit annoying, kids.
I didn't know you felt that way. Wow, you sound really shaken out by this. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize this whole ordeal had such an impact on you.
I'm sorry to dump it all on you like that, but that's how I feel. All mothers develop their own form of acute paranoia. It's instinctual, but now there's a tangible reason for it. What if my boys had snuck out of the house that night? I don't even want to think about it.
They're kids. You can't watch them for 24 hours a day, although you might want to think about those children's leashes they sell. Okay, then let's talk about something else. Actually, that from what I've heard, there were a lot of people out that night. I think Daniel was the target, no one else.
I don't know. With all that's happened to Mary Ellis and then Rex, I'm thinking the street might be cursed or something. At least in a gated community, there's some real sense of security.
Oh, the net. You'll worry yourself sick if you keep thinking like that. Come on, Nanette, you're overreacting. Hug? I don't know.
I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
It's not the kind of thing that's going to happen again, I'm positive. Daniel's murder was an isolated incident, I assure you. I talked to the police officer and a few other people today. Those people that murdered Daniel aren't coming back. Yeah, isolated incident.
I take it you know something I don't.
Yep, sure do, but I'm not at liberty to say what that something is. I do, and there's nothing to be concerned about. Yes, I'm sure they won't show their faces around here anytime soon.
Well, if that really is the case, and it wasn't a random act of violence, then it certainly puts my mind at ease.
Yay!
Thanks.
There we go. Now it's Susan time. Suzanne. But hang on. But first, look at this. Look at this guy. Presidential bust. That's the best bust. The best. Very presidential. They have 2 freaking fireplaces. Susan, are you alright? You look just awful. Hey, Susan, how are you? You look just awful.
I feel just fine.
Oh.
I have to say, I'm a bit distraught.
Chew. Oh. Over Daniel? I know, but what in particular? Really? About what? Well, then it's good that you've come out tonight. What's on your mind?
Just everything, I guess. I mean, Daniel was such a sweet man. And charming and witty. He was like one of the girls. Sort of. We even invited him to poker night. And we don't do that for just anyone, you know. Who would want to do something like that to someone like him?
People like that don't need a reason to do the things they do, and it's a shame. I can't really say that I know, Susan. I wish I knew, but it's good that you're sharing your feelings. Don't let me stop you.
Sometimes, it just seems like there isn't any kind of justice in the world. Well, I don't know what he could have possibly done to his assailants, but he didn't deserve to die over it.
You're such a whiner, Susan. No. You're right, Susan. No one deserves that.
Thanks. It's nice to know there's someone that understands what I'm going through.
Oh. Got a bit spazzed out there.
I can see why Bree invited you over. You always know just what to say.
Thanks, Susan. But I'm just doing what any good friend would do. What can I say? I have a way with people. You're welcome. Well, you're more than welcome, Susan. Yeah. Just doing what any good friend would do. There we go. That was that one done. So we've got weight depression. So we've got to figure this all out. Home insecurity. We've got to ask our son. And then there's this Carl goal we got to deal with. Right, okay. I'm gonna go home. No, not that way. Go this way, mate. Go this way, mate. Go flipping home. You gotta go home. I'll do the home insecurity thing first. Come Come on, speed up. We'll just teleport. Let me just quickly save. Okay. There we go. Right. We need to see to our simming, so maybe let's cook a cheese squares, a grilled shrimp scampi, a soup. Let's do this. I haven't done this one. We've got to see to dem levels. Right. Add equals to the skillet. Oh, we have done this one. Pretty sure. Okay. Chop the zucchini. Nice! Oh, eat the broth. Stir often. Okay, we're gonna add all the shiz. You. Oh, we haven't got long. Ooh. "32 seconds, uh-oh. There we go. Perfect. A, perfect. A plus plus, yes. Yo, family. See where they all sit first. Eat the food. Eating. Oh, he's gone. That was a quick one. Right, clean. That did put up our composure cooking, so that's good. Right. Do the washing up. And then it'll be bedtime. There we go. But yeah, we need all the needs. Look, we need all the needs today. You're so needy. Oh, it's 10 PM. Everyone has gone to sleep. Right. Got to sleep. Bomb. Again, sleeping in heels. I find that very weird. Also, the garage seems to have a step in it. I've only just noticed. Okay, pop that back up. We need to change our outfit. Let's go with this old thing. Then shower. Get them needs up. Oh, she's pixelated today. Okay, there we go. Right. We might as well have a go at home insecurity. So where's the sun? Hello, son. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me quickly save. Like, just in case we're still in a conversation near the end of the episode. Oh, nothing much. I just wanted to talk to you for a bit. Do you remember what happened the night Mr. Fox was killed? This is important, Kyrano. On the night that Daniel Fox died, did you hear anything strange? Have you seen anyone snooping around the house recently? Yeah, what do you remember?
That's a really strange question.
I don't care if it's strange. I want to know what you saw. People's lives are at stake. I'm sorry, Kyrano, but it's incredibly important. Mrs. Solis said that she saw two people snooping around our house the night of the murder. It may be, but I'm trying to figure out what happened the night Daniel died, and I think you might have some answers.
Don't you remember? I was grounded. I didn't go anywhere that night. You know what's funny? If you and Dad would just let me stay out later, I'd probably be able to help you out right now.
Okay, but did you actually hear anything that night? The police said Daniel put up quite a fight. Really? You didn't go anywhere for once? You actually listened to us? Well, is there anything that I can help me with? Blech. Is there anything that you can help me with then? Really? For once you listened to us?
I told you I was in all night.
Okay.
I was playing Utter Warfare online with this guy I know from the web forums, Double Trouble.
Huh.
I figured since nobody was home, I'd crank the volume up pretty loud, so there's no way I would have heard anything.
Okay.
Are you done with the interrogation now, Mom?
Perhaps because you lied to me before, and because you're a teenager, that's what teenagers do. That's perfectly reasonable explanation, I just hope it's the truth. You're being awfully defensive here. Are you sure you're telling me the whole truth? Yeah. Be the one.
Why would I lie to you?
Let's be honest, you've gotten pretty good at hiding things from me. Don't think I haven't noticed.
Jeez, you know what? You're worse than Danielle's mom.
Oh, God.
The both of you make a habit of nagging and bugging people. Why can't you just leave me alone?
Alright.
Why are you so hung up on this? I mean, I know he wasn't your boyfriend or anything. He didn't even play for that team, did he? Other than you and his brother. Who's really gonna miss him anyway?
Someone was murdered on our street, Kyrano. We should be all care. Besides, Daniel was my friend. Look, you know what this means? Scenes. Blah. You know what? This means something to me. Why are you being this way? My own son doesn't even want to help me. How can you even say something like that? He was so nice to everyone. Okay. I thought you should have... I should have known you act this way. No one seems to give a damn. I thought it was just the police, but maybe this damn town.
Look, Mom, I'm sorry your friend is dead, but I don't know anything. I promise. So drop it already.
Fine. I've had enough abuse anyway. I thought I'd get sympathetic here, but obviously that's impossible in this house. Okay. Home insecurity. Look. Kids today. Your son didn't help out the investigation that much, or did he? Think over what you know, as well as what he just told you, and see if you can find the next piece in the puzzle. If you can't still figure it out, press him more. Yeah, he did mention Double Trouble, which I'm pretty sure is Frank. So maybe... Right. I reckon we'll do this optional goal for a minute. Right, so I need to get over to... Oh my god, Edie's house, all the way at the other side! Oh my god. Right. We'll just wander over there, and then, here we go. I think we'll call it a day on this episode. A minute. Yeah. So we've still got a couple of goals to do. Right. I think this is the perfect place to call today's episode. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, all that usual YouTube shiz is appreciated. Thanks for watching, and Toodle Pipski.